A scene with Sam and Vitya. Yes, we speak of things that matter, with words that must be said. Can analysis be worthwhile? Is the theater really dead? The Dangling Conversation by Simon and Garfunkel. A scene, said Vitya. You want to make a scene? Yeah, a scene, said Sam. Look at that, for example. Sam presented the stage, where a big girl with a bit of blue in her bob ground a bewildered baller against a blaring black speaker. That's a hell of a scene. Vitya kept a blank face. Yeah, exactly. I get to be the girl. I don't want to be that guy. Maybe we should pick a different scene. How about that one? Vitya pointed to a sparkling señorita sliding el sueño through the salsa. Sam tried moving his hips back and forth. Still want to be the girl? Sam asked. No. Are you sure? No. Fuck it, said Sam. Let's begin our scene. Sure, but how should we act? How does it go? I don't know, however we want, I suppose, said Sam. What do I want to do? Said Vitya, scratching his chin. He began to imitate the crowd at the bar, waving his arms and pretending to shout out his order over the noise. Like this? Exactly. Sam mirrored Vitya. I like this scene. It feels like a good scene, but I think we can make a better scene. To emphasize his last point, Sam wagged his finger, imploring Vitya to act out a better scene. A better scene? Vitya spread his arms like he could not believe the idea. How about we get some props for our scene? Like these? Vitya grabbed a cup. What if I did this? Faking like he would throw the contents in Sam's face, Vitya made Sam hop back. The scene might become too real for your liking, Sam said. I could get a bottle, and, reaching towards the backlit liquor step pyramid, Sam pretended to grab a bottle. He cracked the fifth of air over the railing. Shaking his make-believe weapon, Sam said, I wonder then, if anyone would watch our scene. Vitya looked around at the crowd dancing in the dark, flashing basement, and shook his head. No, try again, sir. An idea struck Vitya. What if you were waving it like that, but then I grabbed it from you like this? Vitya pounced forward and wrapped up Sam's arm. And then Vitya slid back, before stabbing towards Sam's head with the seized fragment of their collective imagination. Then the scene would be over, Sam said, and you would need to find someone else to play with. Uh-oh, look at that scene. Following Sam's gaze, Vitya locked onto a bunch of men in a shoving contest. I think it's okay. I think they're just fucking around. Precisely, Sam said. Come on, look at those girls. Those guys must be the best. The leaders and the best? Yeah. Hands on his hips, Vitya looked around and said, Hey, you can't say that. Then he looked up and said, But seriously, could we really make a better scene? I don't know. Depends on what you mean by a better scene. You know, a good scene. Why not a great scene? A great scene? But what do you mean when you say a great scene? My friend, I am so glad you asked. A great scene is one that always plays, for all who wish to be, no matter the place nor time. Have you lost your mind? I'm afraid you've lost me. Vitya was shaking his head, laughing at Sam. Okay, so you're saying you want to know how we could all act out a scene that never ends, wherever we wind up? No. Know a thing so complex? No? No, never. But there's a feeling, thunder in the gut, lightning to the heart, projecting from the soul, the most meaningful sensation, like a dream. Vitya, last night. Vitaly Alexandrovich, look at me. In dramatic fashion, Sam grabbed Vitya by the shoulders. Last night I had this dream. I was dreaming. I thought the cat woke me up. At the door there was an old man. He took me into the most incredible room and we flew up these stairs. Rain was pouring over this glass skylight. The ceiling was domed and very high. When we reached the top, I can hardly put it into words. The old man looked up at the rain and opened his arms. Then there was the most intense light. I thought, I was certain, I was soaring. Sam was buzzing as the meaning of his words and their natural consequences sunk in. Calm down there, buddy. Gonna give yourself a seizure. Vitya, I'm begging you. Joke about anything but that. Besides, you can't give yourself a seizure. A stroke, maybe. Alright, fine, Mr. Dreamer, soaring high above us all. Show me. Let's make a proper scene. Not quite yet. First we have to get ourselves together. Still shaking his head, still laughing, Vitya said, Shoot. Well, I've got nothing better to do. Great. The more the merrier. Sam clapped his hands together. Here's what you can do. While you work tonight, watch as many scenes as you can, and remember the significant parts, as they reveal themselves, to the best. How do I know what's important? Who am I to judge? And who are you for that matter? Sam shut his eyes, pulled his chin down, and interwove his wrists in front of his chest. He said, I suppose in the end we all have to judge for ourselves. Opening his eyes and looking back up, he continued, Trust your instincts, and listen to the voice in the back of your head when it whispers in your ear. You'll be looking where you should before you know it. Tomorrow, before it gets busy, we will relate our experience to one another. With any luck, we will discover a pattern or two, taking the ones we like and avoiding the ones we don't. Tomorrow night, in spite of unpredictable, unique circumstances, I am convinced we can act out a wonderful scene, a real classic. Vitya pulled his ear away from Sam's mouth and nodded. I could barely hear you over the noise, but I think I get the gist. Let's do it. Wait, one more thing. If you think about it, won't we be playing in scenes the whole time before our big scene tomorrow night? Vitya crossed his arms across his chest to say, And another thing, it's dark down here. Look at the floor. It's a mess. What if I slip on a cup, some ice, or broken glass? What if I trip and fall? Get back up. Sam winked with the air of finality. What if I can't? Sam ignored Vitya. Walking away, suddenly, over his shoulder, he cried, Action!